Let me tell you about the worst code review of my career. I'd given a summer intern a simple task: create some patient intake management forms for our medical software. I handed them a balsamic wireframe, those sketchy mock-ups with placeholder text and Comic Sans fonts. A week later, they delivered exactly what I'd drawn, Comic Sans and all. Whose fault was that? The eager intern who did exactly what I asked? Or me, the senior engineer who didn't realize I needed to explain that wireframes aren't specifications? Obviously, it was my fault. And this story perfectly captures what's happening with AI coding today. We're treating AI like a deterministic tool when it's actually behaving like that intern, eager, literal, and desperately in need of proper management. But what if that's not a bug? What if that's actually the feature? Think about the best junior developer you've ever worked with. Let's call them JR. They're enthusiastic, eager to help, well-read on every new framework. They never complain about boring tasks. They work fast and sometimes too fast. Now think about the challenges. JR doesn't know your codebase. They don't know your conventions. They can be confidently wrong. They need specific instructions. Everything they produce needs review. And worst of all, they won't admit when they're out of their depth. Sound familiar? That's because AI has every single one of these characteristics. It's just the nature of the beast. You wouldn't hand JR your entire codebase and say, make it better. You'd say, refactor this specific function using the error handling pattern like we do over here in this other service. You wouldn't let them push to production on day one. You'd review everything, test it thoroughly, and gradually build trust. You wouldn't expect them to know your team's conventions. You'd document those conventions, enforce them, and correct mistakes. So this isn't about lowering your expectations, it's about setting the right ones. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. A bad prompt would be, improve the user experience of my calculator app. Result, ripple effects, animations, features nobody asked for. A good prompt might be, add a history feature that shows the 10 last calculations. Result, exactly what you needed, implemented quickly and consistently. A bad approach would be to generate an entire file and hope for the best. A good approach would be generate specific functions, review each one, and then integrate them carefully. A bad workflow would be AI writes, you fix. A good workflow is you architect, AI implements, you review, and you both iterate. Here's the critical part. Document the patterns. When JR consistently forgets accessible attributes or suggests outdated libraries, don't just fix it, codify it. Create a rules file, build system prompts, turn your individual learning into team knowledge. When you manage AI like a junior developer, magic can happen. Your productivity doesn't just increase, it transforms. You become a tech lead overnight, delegating grunt work so that you can focus on architecture and design. The numbers back this up. Developers using AI this way report 30% of their code is AI assisted. Not AI generated and shipped blindly, AI assisted and human reviewed. This has got them finishing tasks faster, spending less time on syntax, and more time on solving real problems. You can start with low-risk tasks and gradually increase responsibility as you map out the blind spots. Build trust the same way you would with any team member. It's not about the tool getting smarter, though they will. It's about us getting better at management, and that's a skill that you already have.